What is going on, guys? How are you all doing today? Spider-Gwen issue 2 is here, and it is pretty much the strangest comic cover that I have ever seen. When I first saw it, I thought that it was just a bunch of Spider-Gwens like duplicated and replicated over and over again, but it actually turns out that it's a bunch of vultures surrounding Spider-Gwen, which I thought was really interesting because I don't know what I was looking at. I was seeing something completely different. But anyway, so as we saw at the end of the previous issue, Spider-Gwen was falling to what looked like her death, or at least something that was going to impact her heavily. And yeah, so before we get into the comic, guys, I am actually doing a giveaway for this issue, and to enter the giveaway, all I want you guys to do is comment the word comic. Literally just put in the comment section, comic, and I will choose a random winner in the next issue. So yeah. Anyway, guys, in order to find out what's going on with Spider-Gwen and what actually happens to her, we have to read this issue, so let's get into it. Alright, so the issue picks up with Spider-Gwen landing in this garbage boat sort of thing, and luckily it didn't kill her. The fall didn't kill her from Vulture, which is pretty lucky for her sake. And yes, that is Spider-Ham on the screen right now. Now, you're probably wondering how he's actually there. It turns out that he isn't really there. She's actually imagining this all in her head because in the Spider-Verse, Spider-Ham was the least annoying Spider-Man out of all of them. So yeah, that's pretty weird, but it's also a pretty interesting characteristic to have to Spider-Gwen, that she's got that kind of imagination. But anyway, moving on further into the comic, as you can see on screen, she's still falling, and we're starting to recall what is going on and what actually happened to her when she fell from Vulture's grasp. And it turns out that she actually made a spider-webbed wingsuit and managed to fly away and land in this garbage boat type thing. And luckily, instead of dying, actually got a head trauma. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to think that Spider-Gwen is really unlucky ever since she came back from the Spider-Verse. I'm not entirely sure, but just so far, like, her father finding out her secret identity, she's lost her phone and all of this, and it turns out that she still cannot find her phone, and we know that she actually dropped it on the floor when she fell from Vulture's grasp. And as we're going to it, we actually see Captain George Stacy find it at a crime scene, and of course Spider-Gwen actually left her bag there as well, and obviously her father knows that it's hers, so he says that it's hers and all that, and manages to keep it safe and stuff, which is awesome. And we even have a little appearance from Jean DeWolf in this comic. We also come to discover a little bit of a backstory with the Kingpin and how it was Captain George Stacy who put the Kingpin behind bars. And that's really interesting because now we have confirmation that the Kingpin does actually exist in Spider-Gwen's universe, so that's pretty good to see. Anyway, as you can see on screen, Spider-Gwen, why am I still calling her Spider-Gwen? I might as well just call her Gwen. Gwen eventually comes around out of her unconscious state and again starts to recall what happened, and it turns out that she actually went into a bar and passed out. Now, well, I think it happened like that anyway, I'm not entirely sure. She wakes up to Mary Jane in the room, and of course her other friend Glory from the band that she recently quit called the Mary Janes. Now, one thing about this band is that they were on their way to stardom, but Gwen has quit the band now. Gwen is actually the drummer in the band. They need her back in the band, but Gwen seems to be like ignoring her real life, you know, her personal life responsibilities. And that's actually linked to her and her dad not having a good relationship right now. Like, they're both ignoring each other and stuff, which is pretty crazy. But anyway, as you can see on screen, Kingpin is thought to be linked to the attack that actually happened in Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2. So if you remember months ago in Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2, when Gwen and the rest of her band, the Mary Janes, were performing on stage, and that guy actually attacked the stage and all that, well, everyone thinks that it's actually the Kingpin that was linked to that attack. And just right now on screen, you can see that we actually discover that Matt Murdock, aka the Daredevil, is evil in this universe. He actually runs alongside with the Kingpin and the Vulture, and he actually defends him because he's their lawyer. A little bit like Better Call Saul from Breaking Bad, except Matt Murdock is a little bit more evil in this comic, I suppose. But yeah, as you can see, I think that he's going to be an extremely interesting character, especially because of the new Daredevil Netflix series that's actually releasing in the next few weeks or next few months. I have no idea. But yes, so going back to Spider-Pig, why do I keep saying Spider-Pig? The Simpsons has burnt Spider-Pig into my brain, I swear. Spider-Ham and Spider-Gwen are back together on this rooftop, and Spider-Ham actually suggests that Spider-Gwen is running from something. Now, we know that she's actually running from the situation with her dad, where he's found out that she's Spider-Gwen and she's lost her phone and stuff like that, which is pretty crazy. I mean, if you actually saw it in Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2, she just straight up revealed her identity to him. Now, going back to Captain George Stacy and this other detective named Frank, we actually discover that Frank is a little bit of a wild card. He's not entirely with it. I mean, he's a little bit dangerous, he's a bit reckless, and Captain George Stacy kind of reminds me of Commissioner Gordon from Batman. I don't know why, he just has that, you know, that experienced feel where he knows what he's talking about and stuff, which is awesome. But as we can see on screen, the comic is coming to a close. He goes down an alley, and we get this awesome shot of Spider-Gwen confronting what she's been running away from the entire comic, and she actually goes to find her dad, which is awesome. Now, I'm not actually going to see what's going to happen in the next issue until that obviously releases, but just that shot of her on the wall demanding to see him, kind of, is just awesome. I really love that. Now, guys, what did you think of this issue? Because we have come to the end of it now. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. I thought it was brilliant. It was a nice continuation of what was happening in the first issue, especially with the inclusion of Spider-Ham. I thought that was brilliant to include a character from the Spider-Verse, and to have it like completely in Spider-Gwen's head was even better. I kind of would have enjoyed it if he was actually there, but I don't think that would make sense. But yeah, so what did you guys think about Spider-Ham being included in the issue? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, make sure to hit like button on this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to go to the links in the description to my Facebook page to see the previews to Spider-Gwen issue 3, and I will see you guys in my next video.